Here you will see our mise en place is ready for our broccoli and carrot soup. And this is a great way to always, of course, be good to go. You know everything is set up, ready, chopped, cut, however you need to have it done. We'll move on to the next step. Now we need to take our unsalted butter, put it in our soup pot, and allow it to melt under a medium to medium low heat, preferably closer to medium low. We don't want anything to burn, or we're not in a race. There's no need to push it faster. It will melt on its own, it'll do fine, and that will help to make the flavor come out. Now we want to add the carrots and begin to saute or sweat them until they become translucent and soft. Typically, you would add your broccoli at this point, but I previously had some broccoli that was made for another item, and instead of wasting it, since it was already cooked, I eliminated it from this step in this video and decided it would be better to add that afterwards. And as you can see, now we want to mix everything up, continue to stir, continue to mix, and keep it to you can bring the heat up to about a medium now. Um, you know your oven, you know your stove, judge it accordingly. Again, you don't want to burn it, but take your time. Okay, now that everything is sweated down, become translucent, the carrots are soft, we're going to add our broccoli that I talked about earlier. Um, you can do this if you want to pre-cook it and have it ready. Probably would be better to not do that, but it works either way. It's not going to affect it. Um, just make sure that you mix everything well. Now that you've got everything mixed well, your next step is going to be adding in the chicken stock that we talked about before. Make sure to incorporate that fully, and then we will move on to adding the milk. So, like I had said earlier, we're going to add the milk now. We're going to make sure we incorporate everything fully, stir it in, make sure everything, again, is incorporated fully, and the full flavors are going to come out. We have done nothing for seasoning at this point. We don't really want to season anything until we get closer to the end. This is how you bring the flavors out. At this stage, when you put the milk in, you want to make sure you do continue to stir. It is very important. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're going to be adding the Monterey Jack cheese. This is what gives this a wonderful flavor and taste. I like to call this folding in the cheese. Some people have said you need to have shredded. It's very hard to find shredded. I can find sliced in the deli, not a problem. Um, doesn't really make a difference, to be honest with you. Unless you have a cheese shop and you're willing to spend a fortune, this works just fine. Question is like, how do you get 2 cups? Blah blah blah, and you'd have to basically take the cheese, put it into a measuring cup. You're going to have to overestimate a little bit. I layered it to, I got to 2 cups, but the sides were not filled. And if it was shredded, how would it be? How would it look? Honestly, when you're tasting this to go and season it, you'll know if you have enough. But I would say if you do the single slices, probably 2 1/4, maybe a little over is fine. It's not going to hurt it. And it will come out great. Trust me on this. It really will. Okay, everybody. So this is the final dish plated. A little parsley on the top. Didn't want to go crazy on it. You can always do different things to dress it up as you see fit, but I think the colors were there. You can see the carrots sticking out. You can see just little hints of broccoli. To me, it looks wonderful. Um, but I would like to hear if somebody else has tried the recipe, what they've done, what their thoughts are. Maybe you tried a different cheese. Um, Definitely into that. I just kind of think the cheddar cheese thing has been worn out a little bit. That's why the Monterey Jack seemed to be like, yeah, let's try this. Sounds cool. But there are other options and definitely worth a visit. So let me know your thoughts. Definitely like to hear them. And have a great night. Bye.